Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend and friend of the channel, Mr. Rylas Dana. How you doing, sir?
Hi, doing great.
One of the things I always wanted to do with you is I wanted to have an honest discussion about, is college worth it? The reason I want to do this with you is obviously I have an advanced degree. I have an MBA. You have an advanced degree, at least one, maybe a couple, because you are an attorney. And both of us went to a lot of school. And I'm just curious what we both think about college today. Is college worth it? We hear about all this college debt. We hear about all of these things. So I thought I would just ask you, as somebody who has an advanced degree, is college worth it?
I would say no. I would say specialized skills are great.
Yeah.
But what it costs to obtain those through the traditional college route now, right now, I feel like there's not a great return on investment for a lot of degrees.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think a lot of college has become, I think college, well, here's the deal. Again, I think college was created to produce employees,
yeah.
right? When the college system came around and the school system came around, we were creating employees, and it hasn't morphed even through the tech boom and all of these others into creating entrepreneurs and things of that nature. So yeah, generally speaking, I don't think college is worth it, generally speaking. You're taking 6 figures of debt. That's going to impact you for a decade or 15 years. It's going to hurt your ability to buy a home. You can't get on the property ladder. A lot of people have to go for 5 years. It's just, if you want to be if you always wanted to be an attorney, you always wanted to be a heart surgeon, you always wanted to be some of these things, then yeah, I mean, it's kind of price of admission. But, going to get one of these other degrees just because your mom and dad said so, I don't know. Doesn't feel like a good idea to me.
Yeah. Do you know who the YouTuber is? Casey Neistat?
I've heard the name. Yeah.
So he makes these it's kind of entertaining vlogs, and he had one. It's called like the most important video.
Okay.
And of course, it was a course that he was selling.
Of course,
how to make things. But he was in New York, and he was interviewing people from NYU, which is kind of ironic. Like they're film students out there doing a project. So, but I was like, that's kind of funny because here's this guy. He's kind of self-taught.
Yeah.
And he's got millions of subscribers, and he's interviewing these people from NYU, and then he pulls up the tuition's like $54,000 a year to go there.
$200,000. Ouch.
Yeah. So it's just
for a degree. Woo.
Yeah, if you're spending so much money, it's hard to get a rate of return on that. If I don't know, if college, if it's just an experience to grow up and waste mom and dad's money and get that whole thing, that's something to be said. I mean, just the time in your life to develop.
I think at least when I was growing up, probably we're close to the same age. It was kind of it was like the next step after high school. I just don't think it ever changed. It being college ever changed to really, right? We're not manufacturing stuff anymore, right? We don't need line workers. It's now more creative and service oriented. And I don't think the college, generally speaking, has changed. There's some attempts with entrepreneurs, majors and whatnot, but yeah, I think the time, right? It's 4 or 5 years of sunk cost. There's a lot of people that get into student debt that never finish. Talk about a total waste of time. I go to college for 2 years at NYU for film. I have $100,000 in degree, and I dropped out my junior year. What the heck, right? I mean, what are you going to do with that? So I think it needs to change.
Yeah, I think it is good though to get some specialized skills though. So definitely, I think you and I, definitely use a lot of those things, right? That we learned and
for sure
through school. Now, one thing in Arizona, their community college program has just expanded to a 4-year, offering a university. So that could be a good kind of alternative where you can get an education without spending a ton of money. But
yeah, I'm a huge junior college fan. That's what I had to do coming out of high school. I didn't take my SATs, which means I couldn't go to school because my entire family, nobody graduated college, right? So it was like, so I'm going to go to a junior college. And my most valuable class, I've talked about it many times, and I have 6 years of college, was a class my sophomore year at De Anza College, speech or public speaking, I think it was called. So Yeah.
Really, that helped you become a speaker to have
Yeah,
the YouTube
absolutely. I
channel
would.
you have today.
Exactly. Well, really what it helped me to make was $1 million in sales. And then, I became, this YouTube thing later, but yeah, I could easily go to a party, sit on the wall and not say a word. I was a wallflower, very introverted. And it was that class that took me out of my shell. So it's pretty interesting.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I think one of my classes I always think back to in junior college was an accounting class. So I had a really good accounting teacher, and it was kind of a difficult class early on.
Yeah.
But great skills, right?
Yeah.
Great skills. Just being a business owner, just knowing how to look at a balance sheet, I think is something that everyone should understand.
Yeah, I think junior college is the way to go, folks. Again, it's cheaper. You can really find out who you are. I had no idea who I was going to be after high school. You can just sort of bounce around for, I think it was $4 a credit. Maybe now it's 15 or 20 bucks a credit. Certainly much, much cheaper. And yeah, there's a lot of value. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, probably take an accounting 101 class. Because again, as Evergrande is figuring out, if your cash flow is starving, you're going to die. It's not about income and balance sheets. Public speaking changed my life. There's lots of great classes you can take in junior college. So give it a shot. I don't think that the 4-year degree is what it was when we were coming up. So yeah.
Yeah. So I have kids, we'll see. I wasn't a great student either in elementary and high school, and I hated school. And
Yeah.
If I'm interested in something I enjoy, where it doesn't feel like work, I'll read for hours about something. So I think it's good to have like a kind of like a baseline level of education so that you can basically teach yourself, right? Understand enough of the baseline, and then
yeah. So again, I think what we're saying here, at least I'll kind of say mine. Junior college is absolutely great because you can figure out who you are. If you're going to do some specialized thing, you have a passion for heart surgery or an attorney or an engineer, computer science, great. Go with a plan, right? Go with a plan. That is my experience.
A plan that makes money. A plan.
Yes.
That I'll add. If you're going to spend, a lot, and this degree doesn't help you earn and pay off that debt or pay off that time.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Well, Rylas, thank you for doing this. I always wanted to have this conversation with you. How can people find you?
So I practice law. You can find me at danalegalhelp.com. Find my law firm. If you need help with probate or estate planning in Arizona and California, that's the best way.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
And thank you.
Mm-hmm.